Hi. This is, I guess, diary number two. I, I'm gonna find something to play. These are all my games, so ignore this one. Okay. This, as it probably says in the title, this video was about logic. Logic, logic. I don't know. Logic. I gotta come up with one because I had a good one and then I forgot it. So I'm gonna play a game. Let's see. What's good? What's good? What's good playing? I got engineer now. Okay. So hmm. Maybe I'll just not make it about topic. Oh yeah, propositional logic. Um Philosophy, and maybe pseudo-intelligence. They'll be like the first little bits I talk about that are they're just on my mind. I just want to talk about them. No, no, 360. So, I saw a game running. But basically, what I'm thinking about is people. There's a lot of logic. You know, logic's very important. You ever read propositional logic, stuff like that. It's quite interesting, but it's quite hard to wrap your head around sometimes. I mean, it depends on what it is. But what I would say the real topic I want to go over is how there's kind of like this massive death of logic with people, and I don't want to be like anti-racism or pro-racism, but a big thing I've noticed is there's like a death of logic, and if you watch an Al Joke's video, he actually talks about this. How people have associated being like disliking, or we'll say associate disliking something with something to do with race, and that happens a lot, and it's kind of created this quote-unquote death of logic. Not, you know, the death, it's dramatic, but you know, dramatic gets the views, you know. As you know, I grew up on the internet. You know, I've been around it for ages, and I've learned. I don't. I can't be on the internet and use logic, because when you think about everything, and you think about everything as like steps or statements, as like collections and connections, everything stops making sense, or at least somewhat. Some things just don't make sense anymore. So, and I'm kind of ranting about nothing. I'm gonna pass. That's a strange, arbitrary statement. That doesn't really mean anything. No, basically what I'm saying is, when you use logic, you think about weird things, and it could be the fact that my logic is wrong or my logic's correct, and that's the scary part. Is now that I do more math, I think about whether my logic's correct or not, which leads me to a lot of paths. So like when I'm thinking, I'm coming up with some strange conspiracy theory. I'm like, is this true? Is this false? Like, you know, like my last video, I ranted about a lot of conspiracy theories. And it's just I don't know. Like, this is a bad placement. I really don't know whether, like, I just don't know if my logic's right or wrong anymore, because it's like scary to think about what it's right about, because it's like when I think, like, if it was right, like, I'll have a thought that's like, oh shoot, I need cameras. I'll have a thought that's like the shadow government is like shadow government's like running the world or some stupid shadow government thing. And the problem is sometimes they just make sense. And maybe I haven't thought about them enough, so I don't tend to take them as like a truth. I just play around with them as like an interesting idea. That's what I usually do. And that's usually how I prefer to treat them, because I think if you treat them as like real ideas, it's kind of dangerous, because like they could just be false out, like, completely, but they're fun to think about, and they're sometimes scary. As that I use more logic because I do math, and I've been reading this book, How to Prove It by Daniel J. Velleman. And it's been a pretty good read, about 80 pages through it. I haven't really been doing the exercises on the first part, which I really should. I'm gonna do that now. I'm probably just gonna go back through, of course not through the first part. I did it like a long time ago, and I remember it like perfectly, and I just understand it. It's all like basic logic things, and now it's into quantifiers, which is interesting things. But I'm really excited to get to proofs. That's why I'm excited, because I need to work on my proofs, because I was getting into a book, Abstract Algebra Theory and Applications, and I was really excited, but then I did my first proof, and I'm like, wow, this is just so wrong. This is wrong. I had to check it with AI to see if it was correct. Like, shoot. And that's a big problem I've had to face, is I can't check it very well by myself. So the other thing I need to learn is how to check it to see if it's correct, which is really weird, that you can check over it and it be like, you can actually reason it out to like figure out if it's right or wrong. I don't know if that makes sense. That does make sense. My point being, I think it's interesting that you can fact check. In math, I like it, especially with proofs. You can like, oh, this, and that's why I've been thinking about like what's going on in my book. It's like, oh, these statements turn into this statement, and you can use this statement to imply this statement, or like, this statement implies this statement, or prove that this statement implies this statement. Actually, I can't do that yet. Or like finding a way for a statement to imply another statement, like that kind of stuff. And it's, or not that, but it's talking about implications of conditionals, biconditionals, quantifiers, and logical connectives. Basically, you have atomic statements, is what I think they're called. I don't remember, which you add with like and or, and then not, and then add a bunch, like a little bit of rules, and they're like talking about states and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. But a lot of it, it's pretty fun, and I can see where it's going into proof. That's what I've been enjoying about it. It's like, I know, like, this is going to go into proofs, and I think it's going to go exactly where I think it's going. What should I work on right now? Maybe boomerang monkeys. No, I'll do boomerang monkeys. But but I love my math. Math is one of my favorite things. I'm just not the greatest at it, but I think that'll change with time. I've also made this diary series as like a little marking of like where I am. I don't expect people to watch it, but they could. You know, maybe one of my videos gets 5 bajillion gazillion views. You never know. But yeah, the other thing I was wanting to talk about, I don't think I'm gonna handle it in this video, but like logic and religions don't, some parts don't mix, and that's not one kind of whole sometimes. But at the same time, I will say the Bible does cover for that, but that's either cope or you said it's true. But I'm not going to talk about that because that's a deeper dilemma that I don't really want to go about on this kind of sort of slightly lighthearted episode about logic. Because, like, you know, you grow up being, I was kind of an idiot when I was a kid, or at least I wasn't an idiot. I think I was an idiot because I was incredibly rude to my parents. And, you know, that's not cool, like at all. But I love my parents now, but I used to be very rude to them. That's not a good thing. And I've been working on that. I haven't been grounded in a year, but I think, you know, I just kind of, I guess, one of my goals, I want to be better at logic. It's like a very important thing in my brain. Like, it's like, I need to be good at this, you know? And I think probably do need to be good at it. It's probably a great thing to be good at. Let me think here. I don't know if I have a lot I want to talk about this video. Just I want to talk about logic, and I just think, you know, there's been a lot of. I think logic hasn't been as openly appreciated as it is, because when you use logic, there's some things that change. Like, even I've noticed that I tend to think about things a little bit more. I mean, I still want to play video games, and that's my major problem. My major dilemma is like, I want to play video games, but I hate video games because they just distract me from the other thing I love, which is math. And I'm like, you know, do I pick one? Can I do both? But I've noticed that if I do both, one will always, video games will always try to dominate. I'm like, I kind of just want to cut it out. I don't play it that much. Maybe in my diaries is what I'll play. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. I'll do. Maybe I'll have a diary studying math. I'd love to know if any of y'all like that. I think it's pretty cool. Show you what I'm thinking when I do it. How are you handling this? So there we go. Yeah, I don't really have much to talk about this episode. Usually have a lot of things to say. I'm known for that. I can talk my butt off. But yeah, just think logic is awesome. I wish there was just more appreciation for logic, you know? There we go. Just let's get there. Yeah, okay. I think people don't use as much logic in their lives because I hate this thought. I think it's so hypocritical, maybe, but I'm not sure if hypocritical is the right term for it. It's like it's just so ignorant. It feels like not everyone is like as smart as me, or like not as smart as me. It feels like nobody uses their brain anymore. Like a lot of people I know just don't think very much, which I guess is a good thing for my parents. Because my parents do think, but maybe that's just like a bias because of my, they're my parents. The whole bag there, but you know, just I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I just hate that thought because it feels so wrong to me. But it also can be true, and that's the problem. This is good. Oh, we can do this. I haven't gotten man. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, look, here we go. Okay. That was crazy. So, just game them, by the way. So, we're trying to get 2 more maps so I can go on this level, get a lot of money. Trying that for XP. And then, after that, get it's just my favorite one. Let me see first. Okay. But anyway, that's all right. I hate the thought that I think I'm smarter than people, but at the same time, I feel like it might be true. Because, like, a lot of people, I don't know. But I also don't know where I'm getting that thought from. It just feels like maybe I was surrounded by stupid people, or most people are stupid, or they aren't stupid, and I just don't know them well enough. There's so many possibilities, I just don't know. I can't call it. Like, I'm not going to call it at all. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, everybody's dumb. No, I don't know if everybody's dumb. I haven't met everybody. And like, I was gonna talk about pseudo-intelligence. I feel like I'm pseudo-intelligent, but at the same time, I also don't know if I'm pseudo-intelligent. And one funny thing I was thinking about pseudo-intelligence, like saying pseudo-intelligence, the word itself feels kind of pseudo-intelligent, which is kind of funny to me. It kind of does, because it's just, it's the real term for like when people think they're smarter. You can just say like, oh, that dude thinks he's better than everybody else, or he thinks he's one smart cookie, or something like that. Like there's other terms for it, but like pseudo-intelligence, like I can look at things I've said and they feel pseudo-intelligent, but I said that smart people, and this is something I've been thinking about, is like smart people tend to see through BS, and I don't know if I do that. So like the big thing I think about is like, am I smart or not? Like that's a massive thing, and like I think about it quite often. Apparently, being smart or think about that is a sign that you're smart or something. I don't know. I don't tend to overthink very much because I was thinking about this. So like overthinking. I don't really tend to overthink about most things, but I do overthink about what I'm smart or not because I'm trying to derive new ways to prove it. I don't know if I'm ever going to prove it. I think the best I can do to prove it is just some crazy mathematical to myself. But that would be more of like not a proving, just like I want to do that, and then be like, oh, I can be like, oh yeah, nah, I'm smart. But I also learned I don't know if it really matters if I'm smart either. Because like yeah, like, okay, I'm smart. I can still do all the things I want to if I'm not. Like if I'm not smart, like I can still do everything I want. Nothing's stopping me. I just don't know. Like, it's like, do I have the mental capability to be in like higher levels of mathematics? Will I grow that? Because I'm a young age and I have a very neuroplastic. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word, but I have a lot of neuroplasticity. And I can kind of change my way of thinking, even though I've not always been able to do that. Um, but like, do I think I'm smart? I don't really know. I think I'm maybe a little better because I genuinely read like actual material instead of just watching a 3 Blue 1 Brown video and talking about like I know what it is. Although I love 3 Blue 1 Brown. He's very good content, amazing content. I feel like a lot of people watch those math videos. I forgot to. I think a lot of people watch those math videos and think they're super smart or something. I have a feeling that that happens, but I'm not sure if it does. I just have sneaking suspicion. It's a sneaking suspicion, but it could be false, you know. But yeah, that's just the thought I had. Let me think here. But yeah, like intelligence, logic, and like incredibly strong debate to me. Am I or others or this person I know? I think the smartest person I know is just like this one girl that I know. She's very smart. She likes math like I do. And she's self-taught herself from like textbooks, like basic math. But she says that I know like way more than her, but she really wants to get good at the basics, which is like amazing, like really good for her. That's like an incredibly smart thing to do versus what I've been doing, which is just do it. And hope that I get good at the basics while I do it. I was learning that doesn't really work. But I really want to see what it is. I'm very curious. And you know, I may not like. I was talking about like, oh, what did you do for? I was like, that's the end of integrals. Like, you end up learning about integrals, and it was like all the application stuff, which I ended up just skipping or reading over instead of doing every single chapter because it's like this is awesome. I love this. Very fascinating. It's boring. I don't like integrals very much. Like, I know they're cool, they're geometrically fascinating, and I really want to see the pure mathematics behind them. I am kind of sick of doing them. They're not fun to do at all. Incredibly boring, and they're arduous. Maybe I get more practice in. But you know, one of the differential equations after that, and I was so excited before, and then I got into differential equations, and I feel like I got a little bored of it. I don't know, but I will say I do. When I think about it, I very much enjoy it. I try to come up with differential models. I think they're like I just come up with weird ones. One I oh shoot. Oof, 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 oof. Um, um, um. I completely forgot to do that. I forgot to upgrade. I was too busy talking. But sorry, I'm biting my nails. Oh, I forgot which sorts to go on for tack shooters. If you can tell, I really like tack shooters. Ooh, don't want that. But I would consider math and all that stuff to be very important to me. I just don't know if I like it. Like I love it. I feel like math doesn't love me though. It's like a toxic relationship. Like I think I make progress and I'm writing a proof. I'm like, I love this proof, and it's wrong. Completely. It's actually so wrong. And that's what every proof feels like to me. And apparently you get rid of them by just doing them over and over and over again and doing more proofs, or at least not doing over and over again, just learning how to do them more. And that's why I'm like, I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna read How to Prove It by Daniel Vellerman, and I'm gonna actually learn how to do this. And I've noticed very recently, ever since I started math, I've become much more dedicated to things. Like, for instance, for a year, could not get past maybe 10 to 20 hours on a mod pack. That save I had last video, that's like 90 hours. That's the most I've ever put in on like a single Minecraft world. Yeah, I've just learned I can kind of do that more now. Like I can actually dedicate myself to things more. I just don't feel like I feel like I don't get as bored easily because my brain doesn't deal with as much stimulus now. Because now it does math, and it's like, well, this is boring. This is boring. I guess I had to get used to being bored, and I still get distracted easily, and that's more because I'll watch a video while I read, and I'm like, I gotta stop doing that. And I'll stop. Like maybe tomorrow I'll do that reading. But I want to start doing more math, and I've slowly been incrementing how much math I've been doing. Like today I did like an hour, 2 hours of that reading, and that's not like a lot for me. Usually it's like an hour to 3 hours that I like do. And it's usually just full of distractions and everything. So I take more like an hour, like 30 minutes of actually doing anything. Oh, I should have gotten engineer monk. I should have done cleansing. Oh, I'm stupid. I can. No. There is another monkey that does that, is there? I can get counter espionage. I should maybe just stick one here. Do this and But yeah, I just want to start doing more math. So to keep up what I've been doing, I am near a bunch of equations. I have at least some okay knowledge of set theory. I'd say mine's more than a standard, more than a normal person, probably more than a normal person should. I'll grind that later, but I would say that's my big things. I can't write proofs too well yet, and I feel like that's where I am. So yeah, diary. What happened today? Nothing really happened. I played video games with my friend, and I played by myself. Did math. And go to the gym today. I ate a lot of food. No, did I? I ate a lot of food. I ate kind of, I guess, maybe below my standard. I don't remember. Yeah, this is going to be considerably much shorter because I just wanted to talk. Oh no, it's still 30 minutes. Oh shoot. I did. My friend just asked me, do you frick with LiveNaz? My answer, yes, I do frick with LiveNaz. I like LiveNaz notation. LiveNaz notation. Yes, it should be LiveNaz. Is F prime or is it this one? Did he do the F prime too? I think he did, because I know That's Lagrange notation. I know he did this one, but I can't remember if he did the other one too. That was Lagrange. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, thoughts on that's my thoughts on that's my thought on his note on line mess. Anyway, if you're watching this, have a great day. Thank you for being thank you for watching a video. If you watched it till now, that's crazy. Anyway, later.